Welcome to the Near Still Waters podcast, where we journey together towards clarity and calm in the midst of life's storms. Hi, I'm your host, Susie Lubbers, a wife, a life coach, and a mama to 7 amazing grown children. Having homeschooled all of my children, including my special needs child, I've navigated the challenges of raising them and experienced the bittersweet moments of letting go. This journey has not been about teaching academics, but also about discovering how to find peace and purpose through every season of life. You can learn more about me and my mission at nearstillwaters.ca. In this space, we're dedicated to empowering moms. Whether you're in the trenches of homeschooling, navigating special needs parenting, seeking to rediscover your own passions after years of putting others first, you're not alone. Together, we'll explore strategies to bring clarity into the chaos of motherhood and uncover ways to cultivate calm within ourselves, even while accomplishing the hard things. Each episode will share stories, practical tips, inspirational guidance to help you embrace your journey with grace, resilience, and faith. So grab a cup of coffee, take a deep breath, and let's step into a space of learning and growth. Welcome to the Near Still Waters podcast, where your journey to clarity and peace begins.
Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Susie Lubbers, a homeschool mom and life coach, here to help you create a joyful, peaceful homeschool environment. Today we're tackling a topic that hits close to home for many of us: conflict resolution in homeschool families. Let's be honest, when you're homeschooling, you're together a lot. And while that togetherness is beautiful, it also means disagreements, meltdowns, and moments of frustration that are bound to happen. Whether it's your kids arguing over who gets the blue marker, or you're feeling overwhelmed and snapping at your spouse, conflict is a part of life. But here's the good news: it's also an opportunity to grow closer as a family. So let's dive into some practical, grace-filled strategies to navigate conflict, build stronger relationships, and create a more peaceful homeschool environment. First, let's normalize conflict. It's not a sign that you're failing as a homeschool mom or that your kids are doomed. Conflict is just a part of being human. It happens whenever people with different needs or perspectives live and learn together. Think about it. Even the disciples argued over who was the greatest, and they had Jesus with them in person. If they struggled, then we are in good company. The key isn't to avoid conflict. It's to handle it in a way that strengthens your family relationships rather than tearing them down. Take a moment to think about how you typically handle conflict in your homeschool. Is there a pattern you'd like to change? Write it down as we go through these strategies. Before we dive into some practical strategies, let's start with a foundation: connecting with God. When we're grounded in His peace, we're better equipped to handle conflict with patience, grace, and wisdom. And here's what I recommend. First of all, pray before responding. When tensions rise, take a deep breath and pray, even if it's just, "Lord, give me patience." God is faithful, and He is there to help us when we ask. My second word of advice would be to involve Scripture. Verses like James 1 verse 19, "Be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to become angry," can be powerful reminders for you and your kids. My third suggestion would be to model Christ-like behavior. Our kids learn how we handle conflict by watching us. When we show humility, kindness, and forgiveness, we're teaching them invaluable life lessons. Choose a family verse about peace or kindness, Memorize it together. Let it guide your words and actions through those tough moments. All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Here's some strategies you can use the next time conflict arises. Pause and breathe. When emotions run high, everyone needs a moment to cool down. Teach your kids and yourself to pause, take deep breaths, and regroup before continuing the conversation. Think of it as setting the reset button. Bonus points if you can turn it into a fun game, like seeing who can blow the biggest calm down breath. Practice a calm down routine with your kids when things are peaceful, so it's easier to use when you're upset or they're upset. Use I statements. Instead of blaming or accusing, encourage everyone to express how they feel with I statements. For example, I feel upset when my things are touched without asking. I feel frustrated if I don't get my. These simple shifts can prevent arguments from escalating and helps everyone feel heard rather than, you didn't let me do what I feel that I need my turn when I need it. Focus on solutions, not blame. Once everyone has calmed down, work together to solve the problem. Ask questions like, what could we do differently next time? How could we make sure everyone feels respected? Make it collaborative rather than just you making the rules. One time my kids were arguing over a chair, so we brainstormed fair chair rules. They came up with a rotation system, which worked amazing until they started arguing over who made the best rules. So you really can't win sometimes. Sometimes kids and adults just feel the need to be heard. So acknowledge their feelings. Acknowledge your feelings, saying, I can see why you're upset, or I understand why that frustrated you, can go a long way in diffusing tension. The more you try to validate, the less they escalate. Try it and thank me later. Teach forgiveness. Encourage your kids to apologize sincerely and forgive freely. Remind them and yourself that forgiveness isn't about excusing bad behavior, but it's about letting go of the resentment and moving forward. Create a simple family rule. We always forgive and try again. Post that somewhere as a visible reminder. Now that we've tackled how to resolve conflicts, let's talk about preventing them in the first place. The first thing is to set clear expectation. Let your kids know what's expected of them, whether it's sharing toys, respecting personal boundaries, or helping with the chores. Clear boundaries reduce misunderstanding. The second one is foster connections. Many conflicts arise from unmet emotional needs. Spend intentional time with each of your children, reading, playing, or just chatting, so they feel secure and valued. For number 3, I would suggest pray together as a family. Regular family prayer time can create a sense of unity and peace in your home. It's a beautiful way to start and to end your day. Schedule a weekly family meeting to check in, share feelings, and address any reoccurring issues. Use this time to pray and set goals for the next week. Mama's conflict is a part of life, but it doesn't have to define your homeschool. With God's help and a few practical tools, you can turn even the toughest moments into opportunities for growth and connection. Here's a fun challenge. This week, try one new conflict resolution strategy with your family. Then share how it went in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. If Theo encouraged you, share it with another homeschool mom. Stay rooted in grace and keep creating a loving, peaceful home where everyone can thrive. Bye for now.